Well, hello, everybody. It is your boy, Chaboy, Silly Tuck. We are back with another episode of Extreme Championship Wrestling ECW. This is Hardcore TV. This is the go-home show for the Living Dangerously pay-per-view. Thank you. Yeah. I'm ready to get it done. I'm ready to get to Living Dangerously. It's a big show. Not the big show. I think I make that joke every single time I ever say big show. But yeah, I'm ready to just rock and roll. We are not in Hammerstein tonight. We're in the Main Street Armory. We're also hosting our pay-per-view. So, I'm just trying to, you know what I mean? Like, give it a bigger arena. Make some money for once. Let's do it to it. We kick off with a 75B minus. Mike Awesome's gimmick is getting stale. That's good to know. I need to remember that. How will I remember that? You know what? You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to type it in here to this Twitter group chat. Hold on. Mike Awesome's gimmick is getting stale. I need this to remind me. Thanks, bye. So anyways, Tommy Dreamer kicks off the show in the ring. He's got his girlfriend Beulah with him, and he's talking about how, Mike Awesome was able to beat him last week. He beat Jerry Lynn and himself, tag team match, main event. And Tommy's talking about how that gives Mike Awesome the upper hand in this fight. This gives him the opportunity to truly drive a point home. And Mike Awesome comes on the stage, and he's got Chastity with him, and he just stares at Dreamer as Dreamer's making these points, and Dreamer acknowledges his presence. And Dreamer talks about how Mike Awesome is probably the biggest challenge he's ever faced. Steven Regal was a big challenge, Raven was a big challenge, but Mike Awesome is quite literally the biggest challenge he's ever had to face. And it's going to take basically everything that Tommy Dreamer is in order to try to beat Mike Awesome. And even then, he can only do so much. He's only a man, and Mike Awesome, well, look at him. So a very, very depressed promo from Tommy Dreamer to open, but he keeps his never say die spirit alive deep within, and it's a pretty good open in my book. We move into a match. A 63C, pretty damn good, when the Dudley Boys defeat the Gangstanators in 802 when Bubba Ray Dudley defeated New Jack by pinfall to 3D. This is kind of just what you assume it would be from an opener. Hold on, where is it here? Road Agent Notes. Wild Brawl, you know what I mean? Just a lot of big punches, crazy fucking spots, 8 minutes, you know what I mean? Send kind of charismatic brawler dudes out there and let them just fucking tear into each other. And overall, it's an alright match. I'm glad with that opener. Kurt Angle cuts promo on Spike Dudley. Kurt Angle says, "Ladies and gentlemen, have absolutely no fear, for when it comes to the Living Dangerously pay-per-view, I, your Olympic hero, the Olympic gold medalist, the champion, the uncrowned champion of Extreme Championship Wrestling, Kurt Angle, I'm going to dispatch of Spike Dudley, put him and his injury-causing ways away for good. I will raise my hand in victory, and we'll all move on to bigger and better things." And the crowd just boos him because he's a fucking dick. And Angle responds to those boos by saying, how dare you boo me? How dare you boo me? I am excellence. Everybody should aspire to be like me. When these children that slip into this building, like, on the low against the rules, all right? They're not only breaking the law, which disappoints their hero, the Olympic gold medalist, but they see me and they want to be like me. And please, if you'd stop booing me, I could be able to enlighten your lives a little bit. But I can see, obviously, that some people are far too ignorant to truly understand when greatness looks them in the eyes and when greatness is trying to help them. Thank you. Just a good little promo there from Angle, hyping up his match against Spike Dudley. I don't think there's too much debate on how this is going to go. We got a 4D minus as we see Jeff and Matt Hardy, and they're talking backstage, going over game plan for the tag team match coming up at Living Dangerously. It's for the tag team titles. It's a rematch. Jeff and Matt versus Little Guido and Tony Mamaluke, the tag team champions. You know what I mean? They're talking over strategy. They're talking about how they need to keep the numbers game away. You know what I mean? They need to try to keep moving, stick and move offense, fast-paced stuff. That's how they're going to beat 3 men. And then all of a sudden, like, Little Guido, Trick Smothers, and Tony Mamaluke just burst in the door. 3-on-1 beatdown, Pearl Harbor from behind, smacking people with belts. Tracy Smothers has got his fucking tapes fist up, you know what I mean? He's a hard Southern striker. I've already come across that. I've already explained that, and he just cracks away, you know what I mean? Like, just big, hard right hook to Matt Hardy's jaw. God damn. Mamaluke's got, like, a pipe or something like that, and he hits Jeff on the back of the head. Guido locks in a Sicilian crab on Matt Hardy. Smothers and Mamaluke stomp away on Jeff. And yeah. Yeah, it's not good. We have... Wow, oh, they don't seem to click. Darn. Alright, that's okay. Sexton Hardcastle defeated Chris Candido in 10:50 by pinfall, the leaping DDT. So, you know, it wouldn't be one of these gimmicks unless the two teams came out tied 1-1. Little upset they don't click, but that's okay. I know that for the future. Yeah, overall, Sexton picks up a victory, ties it up, but obviously we're not done here yet, as Sexton and Candido brawl after the match, you know what I mean? They're just throwing hands against each other, and Angelita and Dawn Marie actually have to come down and split them up. But no, they catfight. Let's go. EC dub, EC dub, EC dub. Cool. We get a promo before our main event. A Sandman, Stevie Richards main event, yeah. Jerry Lynn gets a promo and Just Incredible, and he talks about how he may not have been able to beat Mike Awesome, but that's okay. Just Incredible is not Mike Awesome. He hides behind Mike Awesome because he knows that Awesome is a big man, a bad man, a better man. And the fact is, Just Incredible is anything but incredible. And Jerry Lynn, dynamic Jerry Lynn, is going to show you why. Simple as that. Pretty alright main event. I mean, I knew it wasn't going to do great, but that's okay. Sandman defeats Stevie Richards in 12-18 by pinfall with a flying leg drop. A little bit of a brawl-focused match. Stevie Richards getting in some interesting offense, you know what I mean? Like a Stevie kick every once in a while. But really, good showing from the Sandman. Good stuff. We close out with a 63C as RVD jumps in from the crowd. Big clothesline to Sandman. Gets up on the top rope, 5-star frog splash, grabs a mic, looks at a downed Sandman, and he says to him, you know, Sandman, you think I've lost my edge because I'm champion now. You think I've lost what made my heart beat because I'm champion now. You see, me and you aren't so different, Sandman. We're very dedicated people to our goals. I want to be the face of professional wrestling, and I don't mean for this company. Because, shockingly of all things, you're right about that. I did kind of forget that as great as it is to be world champion, I'm still world champion of a shithole. And if you're world champion of a shithole, are you really world champion? But anyways, Sandman, we're very similar. We have very similar drives. I want to be the very best. I want to sell out the biggest arenas. I want to beat the best opponents. And sadly for me, you're not the best opponent. You got your shot somehow in a fluke fatal 4-way. Can you imagine that? This man right here, as much as he wants to paint it as he outlasted 3 other men, just swooped in at the end and picked up the pinfall. The Sandman is a fluke number 1 contenders, ladies. Number 1 contenders? What? Number 1 contender, ladies and gentlemen. And I think you can see that, but Sandman, you also have that drive that I have. You want to hold this belt again. You want to be something again, because you recognize the fact that this past year for you, much like your buddy Tommy Dreamer, you two together have been failures. You couldn't stop me and Steven Regal. You couldn't stop Shane Douglas. Tommy couldn't stop Shane Douglas. You You understand? It's a very similar path here. You take your same shots over and over again, and nothing changes, because at the end of the day, the definition of insanity, and I will say, Sandman, you are probably clinically insane, is just smashing your head off that wall over and over and over again, hoping that someday it will budge, knowing deep down it never, ever will. So, Sandman, you come for this. You come for this belt right here. I'll kick your ass, and I'll send you to the back of the line. You can say you gave it your all. Won't matter. Winning. Winning is what matters. And I'm a winner. I'm the show stealer. I am Mr. Saturday Night. And you're going to meet Mr. Pay-Per-View at Living Dangerously. Because I am Rob Van Dam. And I am undoubtedly the unequaled whole fucking show. And show overall 65 up in 7. It's alright. Yeah, I don't have much to say about the show aside from that. We get things moving, you know what I mean? Do what we need to do. And here we are, living dangerously. I will just set the broadcaster for that. And yeah, that will be that. I want to thank you all so much for watching. I understand this was a little bit of a smaller episode in terms of what I normally like to put out in length, but it's a go-home episode. You already know most of the stories. There wasn't all that much to set up. It's just getting us that final point, that fever pitch moment, where now is the time for everything to boil over. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you guys really did enjoy. Yeah, this is Silly Tuck, signing out.